the career of the students, of their own kids, and which is rightly so. I can understand that. I'm also a parent of two kids, so I can understand the kind of things that go through our minds, and you would possibly like to listen what kind of an environment that IIT Hyderabad offers to all of you. First of all, thanks to all of you for the trust that you have on IIT Hyderabad, for choosing IIT Hyderabad as your destination for your masters. Thank you very much. Just to give you a small, latest update. Just 2-3 days back, our counseling for the UG students all throughout IITs has been completed. We have 23 IITs, all of you are aware of, and the admissions for all of them, the last round has been completed, and the opening and closing ranks of JEE Advanced have been now frozen, and we know what are the opening and closing ranks for each of the IITs. And for your information, in every one of the undergraduate programs that IIT Hyderabad offers, the opening and closing ranks are much better than any of the second generation IITs, and sometimes even better than some of the first generation IITs. So it tells you what IIT Hyderabad stands for. IIT Hyderabad is close to 15 years old, I would say 16 years today. And 2008 we all started, many of you are already aware of it. But we believe that IIT Hyderabad has to be different from the rest of the world, rest of the country particularly at least. And you would see, starting from the type of buildings that we have, and kind of I always believe while buildings are important,
Yes,
what
sir.
goes on inside the buildings is more important than the buildings themselves. But even there, we wanted to be different. We didn't want to have just rectangular buildings which you usually see in all the colleges that you have studied. Possibly you have all done undergraduation somewhere, and also some of the older IITs also. I have spent my previous part of my life before coming here in two older IITs, 12 years at IIT Kharagpur, 15 years at IIT Madras. So I've seen two older IITs before I came here. So this is a place where we always think differently in terms of everything, whether it is academics, whether it is the buildings that we build, and whether it is the research that we try to do. And just to give you a few glimpses of that, for example, you would have possibly seen IIT Hyderabad website. We say IITH stands for not simply Indian Institute of Technology Hyderabad, but we say it's a place where we invent and innovate technologies for humanity. So our principle and our philosophy and our motto is simply this, that we want to innovate, we want to invent things, and we want to do everything for humanity. So to the extent that we even have something called a rural development center, we have adopted 5 villages nearby, and we are doing a lot of activity with them, starting from teaching to various other things. We want to create some model villages all around us. I'm a strong believer, along with many of my colleagues, that when you grow, everybody around you too should grow. This is a true growth. Any other growth is not a growth at all. Even cancer is a growth. Okay? Nobody wants to have cancer. Right? So let us grow together. Let us grow together to ensure that everyone around us also grows along with us. And that's the principle that we always adopted, and try to be as innovative as possible in every one of our activities. To the extent that today, 2023, last year, there are rankings called NIRF Innovation Rankings, and IIT Hyderabad has been placed number 3rd, okay, in the whole country. So that tells you, in addition to the regular engineering ranking, where ever since NIRF started, we were always in the top 10. Okay, 8 years the NIRF rankings have been started, and